I mean, the big money is going into the National Citizenship Service, and whatever we think about that, that's here to stay, and I think it's important for youth organisations like Leap Confronting Conflict to engage with it. I don't think, I mean, in itself it's not a bad concept. Was it the right time to introduce it? It's here. I think we should be pragmatic about that. I think there are a good number of government programmes, and whilst the early rhetoric that came out of the politicians wasn't helpful, this is sheer criminality. It's an obvious and unhelpful thing to say, and kind of immediately gets you into a discourse about offending instead of trying to understand the causes. But there's the DW, there's a Department for Work and Pensions has got a gangs unit, the Home Office has got a gangs unit, Positive for Youth that's come out of the Department for Education, a way of looking at how young people can be supported across government. There's quite a lot of activity. There are a good number of recommendations coming out from Ending Youth and Gang Violence, and the Riots and Communities panel makes some good recommendations about the importance of coordinating responses, so that a young person in chaos, who's say between 18 and 24, who's struggling to manage his or her housing, the dole office, trying to find work, all of those things can be very, very difficult to manage. So coordination and the integration of the services, great idea. The recommendations don't go far enough, so it talks a lot about coordinating government services. It should also talk about coordinating government services with the very excellent voluntary services or the third sector services and business services. So LEAP, in its resilience consortium that we're trying to get funded, is pulling those three sectors together so we can kind of create a one-stop shop experience for young people with complex and vulnerable needs, so that they kind of experience one organisation really supporting all of their needs, and hopefully, you know, with our connections with business, finding apprenticeships and entries into work. Specifically, it's hard to talk about, but I think a much greater focus and attention on 18 to 24-year-olds. So if just looking at statistics, that's the largest offending group in the statistics from the riots, and they're the group with the least support, the least support getting back into work. So it's mostly focused on up to 18s. And certainly, you know, the early 21, 22, 23-year-olds who have gone to adult prisons, and adult prisons are very particular. So they're not in the 18 to 21 youth offending institutions, they're in adult prisons, and there isn't the skill in those, necessarily the skill in the staff there to be able to support young people to make through prison. So really focusing on 18 to 24-year-olds would be really helpful for the government, and to do that in a wide range of departments. Unsurprisingly, I don't particularly want to make predictions that fall foul either way. I think that the causes of the riots, so the disengagement, the massive disadvantage, the boredom, the inaccessibility of products that, you know, we're all told we need all the time, all of the causes that cause the riots, they're still there. So, and with the cuts against youth services, they haven't helped. So will they be able to happen again? I don't know, but certainly the causes haven't gone away.